Following the tragedy that happened on July 4th in the Hill Country, members at the Guadalupe Flood Planning meeting are looking for safer ways for development in flood-prone areas. So already off the bat, a Texas law approves religious literature to be taught in public schools. So that includes the Old Testament and the New Testament, and it's supposed to be taught as its impact of history and literature. Texas will join several districts across the country in banning cell phones in schools starting this fall. Early Tuesday morning, multiple people were detained after a man was shot and killed in a northeast Bexar County neighborhood. Deputies responded to a home on Steep Valley near FM 78 and Walsham Road just after 3:30 this morning. Just last year, there were over 6,000 reports of identity theft cases right here in Texas. Statistics show those numbers continue to rise. Kangaroos are among the many exotic animals that are banned within San Antonio city limits. Other animals include wildcats, bears, coyotes, and monkeys, and there's much more added to the list. Right now, the Texas Rangers and Uvalde police are investigating the tragic death of staffer from Congressman Tony Gonzalez's office. Regina Santos Aveles died after her family says she caught fire at her home in Uvalde. It happened over the weekend, and we're told the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office is trying to figure out how and why she died. Public and private schools are expected to see major changes this school year. The latest Texas laws passed in the 89th legislative session include a school voucher program and dedicated prayer time. Here's a roundup of the new laws to help you keep track of what's changing. Let's start with the school voucher program. Senate Bill 2 will set aside $1 billion in taxpayer money over the next 2 years to fund education savings accounts. That's money parents can use to send their kids to private school. School board members will need to decide if they want to adopt a period of prayer time or study time. If a school district adopts a prayer period, students and guardians will need to sign a consent form. A new Texas law will ban diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI policies and programs in K-12 schools. The ban will also include training and programs on those topics unless they are required by federal law. This is just a quick look of the many laws that are going into effect on September 1st. If you want to see the full list, you can head over to ksat.com. For now, I'm Madalynn Lambert, KSAT 12 News.
Oh no! Help! Knock the window out!
It's the last thing you want to see on your commute to work. A fiery, early morning car crash.
I was like, oh my God, there's a dude still in the truck.
Army veteran James Carlson and a handful of others are being credited for pulling a man out of a truck completely engulfed in flames.
He was screaming for help. He couldn't get the door open. There was no way he was going to come out that door.
Once Carlson saw the fire on the highway, his instinct was to help, and he wasn't alone.
Another gentleman, he stopped on his motorcycle. He got off to help. Another guy that actually helped me pull the driver away from the truck. I mean, I don't even know what he did. I didn't even get his name.
In a moment of fear, Carlson said he was glad to see strangers come together to help in a crisis.
That's one of the things we've loved about it. It's the community and seeing people come together, and it was just, no questions asked. Everybody knew something had to be done. So.
It checked all the boxes. Working from home, and great pay. Marjo Ford was excited when she got a job offer from a company that said it was based in San Antonio.
Trying to find out. No.
Ford was an intake specialist for a company called The Red Cart. After a month of work, she never got paid.
Bro, I was working hard and everything. I was very faithful to work on this job. I would be getting like over $4,200 some dollars.
Her job was to receive packages and ship them somewhere else. Little did she know,
all these packages that have been received were stolen.
The Better Business Bureau says this type of scam has become more common.
What sounds like a good idea, what sounds like a great lucrative offer for employment ends up many times being a scam.
Once Ford's supervisor stopped calling, she looked at what the address was online because the company said it was based in San Antonio. When she found it, it looked abandoned. And that's when she realized she was probably in for a fake job.
Something wasn't right. Something kind of fishy about them.
Ford said she was applying to several jobs on Indeed and thought that's how another employer found her resume.
It takes a few seconds to create a profile, create a fake or a mimic or clone a job opportunity, and change the contact information to end up being in scammer's contact.
Ford found out she was getting scammed after checking reviews and seeing other people fell for the same trick.
They're getting good. They're getting better, the bad guys, and we just got to play better defense as job seekers.
If you think you're getting scammed, you can report any concerns or cases at bbb.org. Madalynn Lambert, KSAT 12 News. It was controversial the moment the Texas Board of Education approved Bluebonnet Learning.
I was very frustrated, very horrified that this was something that people thought was a good idea.
The curriculum covers the basics: math, language arts, and reading for elementary schools. But districts don't have to use it all.
So where does the Bible come in? Well, let's start with Bluebonnet's teacher's guides, which, by the way, are available online for you to look at. The Bible is mentioned throughout the reading language arts portion of the curriculum, which you can start right here.
From lessons about the Golden Rule, the Good Samaritan, and the Book of Genesis. And that's what First Amendment advocates have a problem with. They worry that the curriculum blurs the line between teaching religious literature and promoting a religion.
The way it teaches from the Bible can definitely induce our children into believing that it's teaching the Bible as truth.
A Texas law requires public school education to include religious literature. However, the U.S. Constitution bans state and federal governments from endorsing one particular religion.
I am a Christian, and I often find myself in the position of fighting against Christian ideas that cast themselves as solutions to problems that don't exist. And this, again, is another one.
But Todd Davis with the Texas Education Agency says Bluebonnet's critics miss the point.
The material is not intended to push any religion, any single religion. It is not intended to prophesize. It is intended to build knowledge of our students, literary, cultural, and historic knowledge of our students.
School districts that implement Bluebonnet get an additional $60 per student every year. Critics are worried that incentive could persuade districts to adopt the curriculum.
When you infuse a curriculum with the Bible, that in even Texas studies actually have shown this, that it tends to be taught more like indoctrination rather than education, and it confuses kids.
The TEA says Bluebonnet mentions multiple religions, but Davis emphasizes there is no religious instruction in it.
Although many people are focused on the religious source materials, that it is a small fraction of the knowledge that's being built.
Locally, East Central ISD and Edgewood ISD have adopted the math portion of the curriculum, and South San ISD says its students will learn the curriculum next fall. Madalynn Lambert, KSAT 12 News.